everybody, this is Cybertron John, and today we're going to be reviewing the Transformers Age of the Primes Alpha Trion. Now, this is a very interesting version of Alpha Trion, as this is not Alpha Trion depicted as we know him, as this older looking bot with a beard. In actual fact, he looks much younger with just his mustache instead of full beard. So, very interesting there. Obviously, thinking about time before the war, the Golden Age, and stuff like that. But yeah, anyway, looking at the packaging here his spaceship mode is. There he is there writing certain things in the book. There he is again. Inside there. Here is our backdrop that we're used to here. So obviously we got Primer here. Vector Prime, who is going to be coming out next year. We had Vector Prime back in Legacy United. So he'll be a redo next year at some point. And then Alpha Trion is obviously right there. Then on the back of the box here, you got your obligatory product shot. And I believe the relic that he has got as the book and quill, I believe this is the Covenant of Primus, the book is? Believe so. Hope I'm correct. But yeah, there you go. 22 steps, and that basically it for the packaging right there. So, I'll open him up, and we'll see how he is packaged up. Right, so, here he comes, packaged. Like this. Now, I did also have a bit here that was rattling in the box, actually, and this is in actual fact one of his kneecaps, so I'm just going to pop it back on. But if anything like this does happen, don't be alarmed. It happens. And supposedly doesn't want to clip in. Which is excellent. Oh no. Oh no. Really? Really? Is that what has happened? Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, this is... Okay, Oh, I've just been caught with this. I've been caught with QC issue right out of the box here. So... the reason why it is rattling is because there isn't a riveted pin in there. That is very interesting. But I'm pretty sure I could make a pin or do something to make sure his kneecap stays on there for sure. But putting that aside, obviously Covenant Primus book is up here, and he comes with tissue for a Voyager, which is very interesting, so probably what his quill's led in. But yeah, make sure, as I always say, to check the piece of paper there so that you've got all the accessories out before you chuck anything away. And if you'd like to see any more videos like this, such as the 3D printing, the toy reviews, or any other discussions that I do on channel, then please do like, comment, and subscribe. So, without further ado, I'm gonna get him out here. I'm gonna hopefully find a solution to the pin issue, and we will get on with the review. So, here is Alpha Trion in his robot mode out of the box. And as you can see, I've got all the accessories that came with him out here. So in the paper bag, you got these two pieces, which are on 5mm ports that go onto his shoulder, as you can see here, and here. Now you got his spikes, and also you get his feather for writing in the Covenant of Primus. On top of that, you've got this shield here, which he can hold. There is a peg and a port, and you got a bigger port and a peg, and you just pop those on like that. Now he's got a shield, and this is the Covenant of Primus. So I am just gonna take a look at this a little quick here. So, and there is some actual pages to it as well. So if we look at it from this side with the 5mm peg, you open it up here, and you get a really nice schematic there of Cybertron there. And then if you go on to the next page after that, you've got some Cybertronian hieroglyphics, and you've got the faction symbol right there for Alpha Trion as well. And I think if you flip it over, yep, there's nothing else. But yeah, there is that. And obviously with that 5mm port, he can hold the book. Hold the book. And I'm just gonna page, you can be looking at it, and then with this quill, with the quill, you can just pop that in his hand, and he can be adding things to the Covenant of Primus right there. It's just something he can do. So I'm just going to take all the accessories off so we can then talk about some other things as well. So as I did say at the beginning, I got major QC. Well, I would say it's a major QC issue. It's a major QC issue for me because I ended up with a kneecap rattling around in the box. There is by far worse stories of QC than missing a pin rivet for a knee. Let's not go into it, but anyway, I did find a remedy for me. So if your figure also is missing a pin rivet type thing, then you can use 3D printer filament as a temporary solution right there, or a permanent one if you want to. But yeah, so going on to articulation, I'm just going to bring the camera up a little bit. So his head is on a swivel. I can go all the way around. He is on a hinge joint, so his head can kind of look up in a really weird way, and his head can look down in a very weird way as well, just very weirdly done. Obviously, you've got the shoulder pads here, which can help with compensating for the arm movement to go out that far. You can also do a full 360. He also has an upper arm swivel. He has got over 90 degrees of bend at the elbow. He has not got a wrist swivel, unfortunately, but he has got movable hands. And also the hand does go in as well for transformation there. So something to bear in mind there. He is one of, if not maybe the first, to have a ab crunch. He has an ab crunch. And that is actually kind of cool there to have. He has also got a waist swivel. You can move the flaps here to accommodate for his legs to go that far that way. Back that far. Unless you want to move the backpack, you can then move them further. Out to the side. Full splits. He's got an upper thigh rotation right there. He's got plenty of bend at the knee there, just slightly over 90 degrees. He has not got a toe pivot, but he has got ankle pivot right there as well. So, that is your articulation for Alpha Trion right there. And one of the things that I have not shown that you can do is you can take the Autobot symbol out of his abdomen right there, and he can hold it with a 5mm port, and that's supposed to be referencing when he was rebelling. I think rebelling the Quintessons or something like that from one of the season 4 episodes of Generation 1. He didn't go by Alpha Trion, he went by a different name, but definitely looked younger than this incarnation right here, which is totally the War Dorn incarnation of Alpha Trion, the one who, well, period of time where he builds Optimus Prime when the Aerobots deliver Orion packs to him, pretty much. But yeah, anyway, so what I am now going to do is I'm going to pop into the side, and we are going to bring in our other 13 primes. So we got Megatronus, we've got Onyx, we have Prima, we've got Solus, we have Alchemist, let's go there, and we've also got Micronus. And that is all the primes here in terms of the roster right there. So to convert Alpha Trion, first of all you want to remove all of his accessories if you haven't already. The shield, his writing feather pen here, and the Covenant of Primus here. And as you will see, there are some really clever ways that these accessories do integrate into his vehicle mode. Like, seriously clever. Anyway, so first of all, what we are going to do is we are going to come to the arms. We are going to fold in his hands. 90 degrees there, so we got the peg here sticking out. We're going to get all this all ready to go as well. We're going to rotate at the waist here, and we are going to now focus on the legs. So what you're going to do first is you are going to fold the heels into his toes, and we are going to then take the feet and we're going to fold them down flush. Now these are actually going to be the front of his ship mode. So then what we're going to do is we are going to take, we're going to take these kneecaps, we're going to bring them out like that. Second verse, same as the first. Bring it out. Now this one is more floppy because it's not got the rivet in. Because it's got the filament in that I put in for this video, but it works just as well in this case. You then want to rotate the legs like this, 90 degrees, and then There are some tabs and some ports, and you are going to smush them together like that. Then what you are going to do is you are going to come up here. We are going to take these pieces. These were folded flush here. Bring them like that. And we are going to rotate these like this. We're going to rotate these to the front here, ready for ship mode. Bring the cockpit forward so we can bring this out here, ready. You are then going to take his head, fold it down, and you're going to bring that over the top of his head there so that we can hide his head. Then you're going to make use of this abdominal crunch here, and we're going to use the backwards abdominal crunch here to bring his legs forward like that. What we are then going to do is we are going to bring this canopy, bring this piece down over the top here. We are going to make sure this thing all fits into place here. Fold cockpit down. And then you're going to take these arms here, and they've got a few places that they will tab in. You've got the slots here, and you've got a hole in there in the kneecap. So you want to just make sure that you allocate them appropriately. Then we have spaceship mode here. Now we come to the bottom here. So as you can see, we've got this little tab right here. We got this little slot here. And this is where the book, the Covenant of Primus, stores underneath. If you take the shield here, what you want to do is you want to untab the middle here, bring it out. You got a tab and slot on here. We got a tab and slot here behind his waist. We want to tab those in, and then we got a couple of tabbing areas as well for the wings here, including a tabbing area again, the kneecap as well as underneath the forearm. So you want to just make sure those all come into contact. Make sure you do that. And the other side. So then we got the wings there. Then finally, you take the quill, which in actual fact is stored inside either of the wings. You got this slot here. There is a tab on the inside of the wing here. And you pretty much just choose whichever tab you want to pop this quill in. And as you can see here, you've got a little recess here, which the quill fills in on whichever wing you want to put it on. And that is Alpha Trion in his spaceship mode. And this is a very cool spaceship mode, I have to say. I'm aware that we've had BotCon Alpha Trion that was remolded / repainted from the Cybertron Vector Prime back in that mold was probably 2005, 6, the Vector Prime Cybertron mold. For a spaceship, quite clunky. And then obviously since then we've had various forms of Alpha Trion turning into like lion unicorn type things as well. But as spaceships go, this is a fairly sleek, futuristic looking spaceship, I have to say. Bit more, it takes us a bit more back into the kind of normal field of what most of these 13 primes do. And kind of, I guess, takes us away from the more ridiculous alt modes such as Quintus Prime's Centaur and Beast mode, and Micronus's single cycle vehicle mode. Size comparison time. Here is Trion with animated Prowl, deluxe class animated universe Prowl to be precise. There we go. And that is it for my video review on Transformers Age of the Primes, the original 13, Alpha Trion. And I will see you all in the next video. This has been Cybertron John. Peace out.